Um, they didn't listen to him in terms of his input and how a team should be constructed. I mean, he's one of the best basketball players in the world, and we know basketball is five. It's a team sport, and I think LeBron James, who's actually a credible, proven player, not some 2 year guy. The Lakers management, the brass, didn't even listen to him at all, and just gave him a bunch of big men like JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard. I don't think Anthony Davis, despite the record, is actually a great fit for LeBron. Um, he needs shooters around him. Anthony Davis, you know. Um, they gave up young pieces. We're looking at Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram right now. They actually balling right now with the Pelicans. They didn't make the playoffs because of some decisions made by the Pelicans organization with Zion. But staying on track here, LeBron, in my personal opinion, made a huge mistake going to the Lakers, and I think his legacy is actually going to suffer for it.
Well, you went and you took a couple of darts at this man.
Oh yeah.
You took a couple of darts at this man. I'm gonna tell you something. LeBron is a extremely, extremely bright young man, and he's extremely a guy that plays his life in a game of chess. He knows being out in LA and where it's going to take him and where it's going to bring him when he's done playing ball. The idea of being able to come to Tinseltown and bring the Laker organization another world championship to join guys like Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant and Magic Johnson and all the great players there, I mean, it'll be a great thing and it's a great sell. Why he didn't stay in Cleveland, you see the team that was assembled around the Cavaliers and how much he was basically stepping up and to cover that team's expense. I don't even know how they beat the Warriors in that series besides the fact they suspended Draymond Green in Game 5 of that series. But, you look at that team that was assembled in Cleveland and you ask yourself, would you have stayed? Kyrie was gone already. Okay? Kyrie went to Boston. It's kind of like, listen, I came back home. I fulfilled my promise. I brought a world championship to Cleveland. So after doing so, now what else do I have to do? Are you going to give me players over there? You're going to give me shooters over there? That didn't happen. Love couldn't stay healthy. Now he's playing decently. But what else do you have to offer me? Not much? Okay, well I can go to LA and I can play with Anthony Davis if you can get him over there. You get Rajon Rondo and guys like that over there, I can go over there and help bring the team to some success. So that's to me.
Is that a PR? Is that you really actually believe that?
I'm going by what I see with my two eyes, and my two eyes have not been able to deceive me. You saw the kind of team he had in Cleveland, even when they won the championship. He carried that team. Where was the shooter? Dellavedova?
But this is like we were just talking about in the last show here, man. This is year 17 for LeBron. I don't think it's unfair to ask him in year 17 to pull off a 2007 run to the finals. Remember the 2007 Cleveland Cavaliers, man? He had him and his next best player was Zydrunas Ilgauskas. And I think it's unfair in year 17, 4 months off, to ask him to try to carry this team because he's going against Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. If they actually, if the Portland Trailblazers if they win tonight, they're the HC.
That's again. This is the whole point of it. The whole point of it is, you basically got a team. We're talking about the LeBron make a mistake, and I'm saying no, he didn't because of the team he had assembled around him before, during, and now. So right now he has Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis has been balling, so he's not by himself in that instance. But in Cleveland, he was. When Kyrie left town, or Shumpert and them guys, those guys, they weren't producing as much. You couldn't rely on Dellavedova. Yeah, you can rely on those guys. Again, I can't believe they beat the Warriors in that series. But you look at the landscape in Cleveland. He went there. He delivered his promise. He delivered the World Championship of all being equal how he did it, and you still have not given me the type of support I need in Cleveland. I'm gonna have to go to LA. And
what about all right, what about if he actually went to Portland? CJ McCollum, you know, and I know it's a small city, but remember, in this it's LeBron James. Listen, LeBron James can go to Kazakhstan or something like that. Somewhere in one of those old Russian towns or something like that, and still, you know, be a huge global icon. So why actually choose the Lakers? You know, do you actually think it was for basketball reasons, or was it for business reasons? Because to me, it looked like it was actually for business reasons. Remember all the scripts he was doing, the pizza places, the TV shows. I mean, he pretty much looked like he went there for Hollywood, and I'm gonna call it like it is.
Right. Well, that's the whole thing. You know, the bottom line is that you're in a situation right now where you're in Tinseltown. You know what you're going to do when you retire. You know why you're out there. And a lot of things have attached to what he's doing in LA right now. If you can deliver a championship for the Laker organization, man, that would cement your legacy 110%. And, you know, I don't see how this business option is a failure to him. I can see why he went to LA. You're not getting it in Cleveland. Now, let me make sure I'm clear about something. When he first left Cleveland to go to Miami, I was pissed off about that. I thought the Cleveland Cavaliers were slowly going to bring everybody to Cleveland to help support
nobody wanted to go there.
Long enough.
Nobody wanted to go to Cleveland. I mean, he tried to get Bosh to come over. Didn't want to come.
Yeah, but I'm saying
he had to make that
move. He didn't have the team around him. That's why he went and joined forces with Bosh and D Wade, and they went out and eventually won some chips together. But then, even in Miami, he was starting to carry the team. You couldn't rely on Bosh anymore. He was injury prone. Dwayne Wade wasn't the same guy anymore. So then he left and went back to Cleveland and delivered his promise, right? Then you had Kyrie Irving over there. You know, they traded Jermaine Wiggins, right? So that was how the whole thing went down. They got Kevin Love over there, and off they went again. So this is what I'm saying. It's always been a pattern with LeBron. He goes over there with a couple of guys, adventure sometimes goes wrong, and then he's carrying a team. I don't know if that's the case right now.
Why is he putting himself in that situation though? Because you had to see it. Listen, the Lakers organization, before Magic got there, was a laughing stock. Yeah, they was.
Well, you're talking about back in the '70s, my man.
No. I'm talking about before LeBron got there.
Well, you had Kobe there, brother.
Yeah, Kobe retired. He had his Achilles injury, and they had D'Angelo Russell there, and they traded him. They got Lonzo Ball, but my thing
is, you're not telling Jeannie Buss no. Jeannie Buss calls you up and says, "Listen, I'm giving you the kitchen sink. Can you take my team to the next level?" You're not telling her no. Okay.
Yeah, but listen, we're measuring LeBron James based on championships right now, man. And had he went to Portland, maybe Portland, or I said had he went to Portland, man, CJ McCollum, Damian Lillard, and because when you're on LeBron's level, man, you know, in a sense though, and you're the top dog in whatever field that you actually do. Like let's say you're the best surgeon in the world. Are you going to go to some Mississippi town and actually become the best surgeon? Or are you going to go to somewhere, I'm not saying a premier place, but like a well-ran spot? Like, you know, Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson actually picked, you know, before he actually went to the Knicks stupidly, you know, in terms of his coaching though, he would actually pick the right situation, you know, that was situationally good for him. Went to the Lakers because they had Paul Gasol and Andrew Bynum and Kobe. So I look at LeBron in a sense that on that Phil Jackson level, and the Lakers, before he got there, was poorly ran. So why would you pick that place to go? Even the Clippers. I mean, the Clippers were actually pretty. Listen, credit Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. They didn't come to the Knicks. So the Brooklyn Nets are like the Clippers in a sense to what what the Lakers are in a sense. The Lakers are here, Clippers are here, New York Knicks are here. From a marketing perspective, from a brand perspective, Brooklyn's here. Kyrie goes and Kevin Durant goes here. They go to the little brother in a sense though. Because you gotta look at how the
LeBron is looking at it. This is the LA Lakers. This is Tinseltown. This is an opportunity for me to bring another level of greatness to this Lakers organization.
Yeah, but you had Doc Rivers there. You had Steve Ballmer, who's a better owner than Jeannie Buss. Just got better management. You had what's his name, Jerry West, as a consultant. What was LeBron thinking?
LeBron didn't have the options on the table.
What do you mean he had the options? The Clippers were an option. He was a free agent. It's not like he was actually being traded. He could have pretty much gone anywhere he wanted. Any team would have moved heaven and earth to get him. So why did he go to the Lakers?
He went to LA. He went to LA Lakers because of what I've been telling you.
But LA had another team too. They had the Clippers.
Yeah, but the Clippers already have their players now. They listen. They knew they weren't going to get LeBron. They kind of knew that.
Well,
the way they were operating with their team.
No. I hear you. But my thing is, he had a choice.
Right,
who actually thought that Kevin Durant and Kyrie was going to go to Brooklyn? I mean, everybody except for you and I, they were projecting.
Those are two situations that's different than what it is in LA. And right now, the Clippers and Lakers are not two teams that were bottom feeders. Not like it was that's happening in Brooklyn and then with the Knicks. It wasn't bottom feeders. I mean, the bottom line is these two teams the Lakers are going through their issues, but they're not the type of team that was able to have success. All right, so the bottom line is that the Lakers still was a prime option for him to go over there, and so that's why he went over there. And I think at the end of the day, it wasn't such a bad deal. I think if you're asking me right now, did he make a mistake? The answer is no. I think he made a great business decision, not just for him, but his brand and the ability to bring the Lakers another championship. That's the way.
All right, we know he's not winning another championship with the Lakers. He's not winning a championship with the Lakers. We